It's a new year, and that means new adventures and new photos to be taken. In this episode, we're heading out to one of my favorite locations and taking a little side trip that pays off big time.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first video of 2022. Finally getting the year right. You have no idea how many takes it took for me to get 2022 out. And we are just making our way out of this cave system. And back there is a really popular waterfall called Zapita Falls. And we were on our way out to the Great Sand Dunes National Park to go check that out. There was a weather system that came through the night before, and we wanted to see if there was any good photos to be had out there. And on our way driving out there, I decided to call a bit of an audible and come up to Zapita Falls. And I'm really, really glad we did. I wasn't able to vlog anything inside. One, because the audio quality in there was really, really bad. But two, there were a lot of people around because this is a really popular spot. So we just decided to take some photos and get some video, and ended up taking a lot of, my girlfriend Allie ended up taking a lot of photos for folks who were walking in there. She might as well just become a portrait photographer at this point. She's actually quite good at it. And yeah, it was really cool. The creek's pretty much frozen over except for one spot. And in this one spot, as you'll see in some of this video that I'll just play over this monologue here, the ice had kind of formed. There was a big opening and it formed basically a heart. And that was super cool. I don't know if that has ever happened here before. But you know, I was like, oh, this is perfect. There's gotta be a shot here. So it was actually not easy to get a photo. I had to really work the scene and try to find the best angle. I tried doing a panorama to bring in more of the rock face, and that really wasn't working. And then I tried to do a vertical pano to bring in, it's kind of the same, and it didn't really work. But I finally managed to get my tripod kind of off to the side, just in the right spot. And I managed to get what I think is a really, really cool photo, probably one of the most unique photos that I've ever taken. And, you know, I'm really, really happy we decided to come up here. Worth sitting on my butt for, I don't know how. Do you want to get a shot?
I do.
Get a shot of the butt right there.
Wet butt.
Wet butt, frozen butt. Really worth the, I don't know, how long was I sitting on there? 20 minutes, 30 minutes
Probably.
to get that shot. Totally worth it. So luckily my car has heated seats, so we'll be able to dry out here in a few minutes. Just gonna make our way back down to the car. We're probably gonna drive over to Great Sand Dunes and see if we can find any photos out there. Allie's never been there, and I'm really excited to show her that. But yeah, really, really excited now, and Allie is excited too. Allie, was this worth the hike up here?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome.
This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime images that you never expect to find, and when you do, you cannot pass it up. I very much doubt that this ice will ever form this shape again, and I am so happy that we detoured to check out the falls.
Well, I have every intention of getting us down to the Great Sand Dunes to go check it out, but it's 4:30 right now, and actually sunsets in about, I don't know, 30 minutes. So we'll see how much time we get to run around out there. But I had to stop and pull over because as we're driving in, I'm looking out at the dunes and the mountains out there, and right now everything is like really just beautifully cast in shadow, and I'm getting nice textures and patterns in the dunes right now. And so I had to pull us over and I had to get some shots. So this is kind of a similar scene to a shot I took in 2017 or 2018. It might have been 2019. I can't remember. I'll put the photo up here for you guys to check out. But it was this is a very similar scene, but it's not exactly the same location. And what actually caught my attention is, and I'm taking some video on this camera here so I can illustrate at the same time. I have no idea which peaks those are, but I'm sure Google Maps will tell me. But what caught my, just how jagged they are, and they're dusted with snow, and that looks really good. And then out in the distance, as well, and for some reason this camera keeps struggling with the focus. There we go. Out in the distance there, as you can see, we've got the sand dunes down there, kind of taking up just above the lower third of the image, and as you can tell, they're really good, just shadows and detail. Got some nice lines going through the image. So yeah, of course I had to stop and pull over and get a shot. And actually I'm looking at this right now on the video, and I shoot on the Fuji. I shoot in the Eterna profile, which is pretty popular with most vloggers because it gives it a nice cinematic look, and I actually really like the look of the Eterna profile. Right now we got no clouds in the sky, so honestly I'm not really too optimistic about getting a decent sunset shot, but I'm really not worried about it because I'm getting a really cool image right now. I've been shooting in photo mode. I've been shooting it in Acros plus the red filter, which gives it nice crisp contrast. But I'm looking at this on the video, and I'm actually really happy with how the Eterna profile looks too. It's kind of just nice and soft. So I don't know, I'll play around with that in post. We'll see which one I prefer, the black and white or the Eterna profile. Maybe I'll go with both for the video's sake, And I've also shot this in a 16:9 and a square format. And yeah, this has been a really cool. I think this has been a really cool day. We were driving in, we saw some elk, and that's always cool. They always come down into these lower elevations during this time of the year. So yeah, I am not unhappy with how this day is going so far.
Even though I did like the idea of a 16:9 shot, for me, the square format brings this image together in a more pleasing way. There's nothing to distract from the stars of the show, the dunes and the mountains. While it doesn't beat my best image from Great Sand Dunes, I do like the simplicity that the black and white shot brings to this image. This image is one that I took up at the viewpoint at Zapita Falls. At the time, it was kind of a shoot it and hope it turns out okay kind of thing. That being said, I am very happy with the panel-like framing, and I do like this higher vantage point of the dunes.
Okay. Oh, you were recording the whole time?
No, only part of it.
Oh, only part of it? Oh, I'll take that. Well, we managed to get down here to the riverbed area, the creek bed area of Great Sand Dunes National Park, just as the sun is about to go down behind the mountains there. And we've been walking out, and I'm looking around, and I'm of course, we didn't have time to do a proper scout because, we went on an adventure. So we're walking this way, and I kind of noticed this sandy grass-covered dune up here, and I was like, oh, let's walk this way because there might be something out this way. And I'm walking and I'm looking, and I'm trying not to disturb the sand as much as possible because once you disturb the sand, it's gonna be a long time before it gets back to anything that looks really good. And the sun's fading, and I'm just randomly looking around, and I kind of just threw a Hail Mary out at this little stone right here, and it's really hard to see right now see what I was thinking right now because the sun has gone down. We've pretty much lost the light, but earlier we had some very nice kind of warm sort of afterglow, kind of illuminating the sand and the rocks, giving it some nice contrast. And I'm gonna be honest, it was a rush to set up, and I'm not really sure if I got the shot. But I really like just kind of the simplicity of this. It's this one little red rock in amongst the sand with some waves, everything going through it. So, you know, something a little different, something a little bit more, I don't know, artsy-fartsy, if you want to put it that way. But, I kind of like it. It's simple, it's classy, and I don't know. I don't dislike it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. So I'm going to pop the image up here and let you guys have a look at it.
Sometimes it just doesn't hurt to go simple. This may have been a Hail Mary shot, but for the final image of the day, I could have done way worse. I like the color palette of the stone against the sand with the final light adding just a little bit of glow.
Well, as you can probably see back there, the sun has gone down. We've got some nice, of course there's clouds out that way and there's no clouds out here. Story of my life. It's all right. I think we came away today with some pretty good shots. I'm really happy with the shot from Zapita Falls, and I think that the shot from the road there, doing the telephoto shots of the sand dunes out there, those look. I don't know what you think. Do you think those look pretty good?
I do.
Yeah. I think those are going to turn out pretty good too. I don't know if that's going to beat that shot that I got a few years ago, but I'm pretty happy with it. And then the rock photo, it's a photo of a rock. But you know what? Something different. You got to try something different out here. So next time, we'll give ourselves more time to come out here and do some exploring, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, we are going to head back to the car. It's getting cold, and we've got a pretty decently long drive ahead of us to get back to Colorado Springs, and most of that's going to be in the dark. So, and we're hungry. So we're going to wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. All the good stuff. And yeah, hopefully it won't be too much longer before my next video, but you never know. Yeah, I always have a hard time wrapping these things up, don't I?
Yes.
Yes. There you go, folks. All right, we're gonna wrap things up here.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.